In the wild, speed can win a chase, strength can win a fight, but strategy wins wars. Some predators don't rely on brute force, they rely on patience, on deception, on timing so precise it feels calculated. They study their prey, they wait for weakness, they turn the environment into a weapon. These are not reckless killers, these are tacticians. Today we reveal the 12 most strategic hunters in the wild, animals that don't just hunt, they outthink. 12. American alligator. The American alligator is the definition of calculated patience. It doesn't chase, it doesn't waste energy, it studies. Alligators position themselves near trails where animals regularly come to drink. They memorize these patterns and wait beneath the surface, perfectly still, sometimes for hours. During bird nesting season, they balance sticks on their snouts. Birds searching for nesting material land within striking range. This is not instinct alone. This is environmental manipulation. The alligator wins not with speed, but with timing. 11. Snow leopard. High in the mountains of Central Asia lives one of the most elusive strategists on Earth. The snow leopard studies terrain like a battlefield commander. It uses cliffs, shadows, and elevation to approach prey from above. It calculates distance before attacking, sometimes stalking for days before committing. When it leaps, it can cover over 30 feet in a single bound, usually landing directly on the spine of its prey. Every hunt is high risk. Every move is precise. 10. Great white shark. The great white shark does not attack blindly. It studies movement patterns. It approaches from below, using sunlight to camouflage its silhouette. Before striking, it often bumps prey to test reactions. Then it attacks with explosive force. Seals rarely see the shark until it's too late. The ocean is three-dimensional, and the shark understands it better than anything else. 9. African wild dog. African wild dogs are strategic endurance hunters. They operate like elite military units. Communication is constant through subtle vocalizations and body language. When hunting, they spread out, cut off escape routes, and force prey into exhaustion. They rarely waste effort. Their success rate is one of the highest of any predator on Earth, over 70%. Strategy, teamwork, and relentless coordination make them nearly unstoppable. 8. Octopus. The octopus is pure tactical intelligence. It can change color, texture, and even shape within seconds. It blends into coral, rocks, or sand perfectly. When hunting crabs, it blocks escape routes with its arms. When facing predators, it releases ink and escapes in the opposite direction. Some octopuses collect coconut shells and carry them for future protection. Portable armor. This is battlefield adaptability at its finest. 7. Bald eagle. The bald eagle is not just powerful, it is calculating. Unlike predators that rely solely on strength, bald eagles understand efficiency. They study the movements of fish beneath the water's surface, adjusting their flight based on light reflection and wind resistance. They do not dive randomly. They calculate angle, speed, and depth before committing. But their most strategic behavior is opportunism. Bald eagles frequently observe other predators, especially ospreys, and wait for them to make a catch. Instead of hunting themselves, they launch mid-air attacks, harassing the osprey until it drops the fish. The eagle then intercepts it before it hits the water. Energy conserved, risk avoided. They also use terrain intelligently, perching in high vantage points to monitor large areas. When hunting mammals, they coordinate subtle movements in pairs to flush prey from cover. The bald eagle understands something many predators don't. Why fight harder when you can fight smarter? 6. Crocodiles are masters of ancient strategy. Their intelligence lies in pattern recognition. They understand seasonal migration routes. They gather in advance at predictable crossing points, sometimes waiting weeks for the right moment. They do not chase prey across land. They let thirst drive animals to them. Some crocodiles store leftover prey underwater, wedging carcasses beneath logs or rocks to soften the flesh before returning later. This demonstrates foresight, thinking beyond the immediate moment. When attacking, they aim for angles that maximize drowning efficiency. They don't thrash wildly. They clamp, rotate, and pull downward with deliberate force. The crocodile strategy is built on inevitability. The river belongs to it. 5. Leopards are solitary tacticians. Unlike lions, they hunt alone, which means every decision matters. There is no backup. Leopards study herd dynamics carefully. They do not rush into groups. They wait for separation, a distracted antelope, a wandering calf, a moment of vulnerability. They use darkness as cover and move in absolute silence. Every step is measured to avoid snapping twigs or rustling grass. After the kill, their strategy continues. Leopards drag prey into trees, sometimes animals heavier than themselves. To avoid hyenas and lions, they choose tree branches carefully, balancing weight and concealment. They adapt their tactics depending on environment, from African savannas to dense Asian forests to mountain terrain. The leopard survives because it evolves its strategy wherever it goes. 4. Orcas are not just strategic, they are tactical innovators. Living in pods, they communicate through complex vocal patterns unique to their family group. These are not simple calls. They are coordinated signals. Some orca pods create synchronized waves to wash seals off floating ice. Others intentionally beach themselves to grab sea lions before sliding back into the ocean. Even more astonishing, different pods have entirely different hunting traditions, passed down through generations. That means culture. Orcas teach their young specific hunting methods depending on region and prey type. This is not instinct alone. This is knowledge transfer. The ocean's most powerful hunter is also its most intelligent tactician. 3. Lions operate like a coordinated strike force. Before a hunt begins, lionesses spread out strategically. Some position themselves downwind to avoid detection. Others circle wide to cut off escape routes. They communicate silently through subtle body movements. No roars, no signals that alert prey. The strongest runners are positioned for the chase, the fastest for interception. They do not aim for the strongest member of the herd. They isolate weakness, the young, the old, the injured. Every hunt is risk management. Injury can mean death in the wild. Lions minimize risk through cooperation. Their strength is not just in muscle, it's in collective planning. 2. Chimpanzees blur the line between instinct and strategy. They do not simply chase prey, they plan. Groups of chimpanzees have been observed assigning roles during hunts. Some climb trees to block escape routes. Others drive monkeys downward. One waits in ambush. They use tools, sharpening sticks into spears to stab bush babies hiding in tree hollows. They communicate intentions before and during the hunt using vocalizations and gestures. Even more complex, they sometimes punish individuals who do not participate in cooperative hunts. This is social strategy. This is tactical enforcement. Chimpanzees hunt with intelligence frighteningly close to our own. 1. Wolf the wolf stands at the top because no predator combines endurance, communication, and strategy more effectively. Wolves do not randomly attack herds. They test them. They provoke reactions. They watch which animal stumbles, hesitates, or separates from the group. Once a target is identified, the pack begins coordinated pursuit. Some members push prey forward, others flank. One may cut off escape entirely. They are masters of endurance hunting, forcing animals larger and stronger than themselves into exhaustion over miles of terrain. Communication is constant. Through body language, positioning, and subtle sounds, wolves maintain formation during pursuit. Their hierarchy ensures discipline, no chaos, no wasted energy. The wolf does not overpower prey instantly. It dismantles it strategically. In the wild, strategy multiplied by teamwork becomes unstoppable. In nature, intelligence is not a luxury, it is survival. From the silent patience of the crocodile to the cultural coordination of orcas to the disciplined unity of wolves. These hunters prove one undeniable truth. The deadliest weapon in the wild is not claws. It is calculation, and the most strategic predator is not always the strongest. It is the one who thinks.